Here's a megakaryocyte, and here's how platelets form. So a megakaryocyte is this huge, megakaryocyte is this huge cell found inside the bone marrow. Never leaves the bone marrow. It's too big. But what happens is this megakaryocyte allows little pieces of its cell membrane. Now remember, it's a phospholipid membrane, a bunch of stuff on the inside. Little pieces of its cell membrane dip down into this capillary where there's a blood flow going by. And this blood flow breaks off these little appendages, these little parts of this megakaryocyte, which, by the way, has its own nucleus. So this is a cell in the bone marrow with a nucleus, megakaryocyte. And all a platelet is a fragment. It's a fragment of the cell. As this blood flow is going along, it knocks off these little appendages of this cell membrane that goes into the sinusoid capillary from the bone marrow. And then what happens is when these break off, that's a platelet. All a platelet is a fragment of this megakaryocyte. The lifespan of platelets is days. They don't last very long. There's no reason to. All it was just a little piece of broken off megakaryocyte. And in the cytosol, so it takes a little bit of its cytosol, so it has, and that's clotting, which I'm not going to get into, but it has a number of things inside of it that relates to clotting, and certain enzymes and certain proteins inside these little platelets. It's super awesome. So I say that because here's this megakaryocyte progenitor can become a platelet when, under the influence of things like TPO, will stimulate these megakaryocytes more, the production of these megakaryocytes, that they let their little cell membranes go into these little cracks in this sinusoidal capillary inside the bone marrow. And then what happens is these little platelets get broken off. That's what a platelet is. No nucleus, no anything. It doesn't even last very long. It's just a matter of a few days. On the other hand, this megakaryocyte erythroprogenitor, under the influence of the kidney hormone erythropoietin, can turn into what's called a reticulocyte, and I'll talk about that more during the weekend lecture. A reticulocyte, which starts in the bone marrow and then goes into the blood as a reticulocyte, and then, as you know, a red blood cell doesn't have a nucleus, doesn't have a mitochondria or anything. Whatever's left gets ejected out and it becomes a mature red blood cell.